morning, YouTube, and everyone in my landscape and lawn care community. Of course, Adrian Stewart here, Legend Landscape. It is Tuesday, June 12th. And think about that for a second. And it's bright and sunny, which is a good sign, you know, with all the rain we've been dealing with. It's about 6:15. I'm headed to the shop. About maybe 5-10 minutes away. Gonna continue doing our commercial work. As I left my last video, which was on a Sunday, we were doing commercial work in Virginia. Yesterday we did commercial work in Maryland. It was raining, but as you know, we were working through it. So like one property that I may have shown in some of my videos, I'm not really sure if it's something I haven't uploaded yet, but I have a shopping center and another property that's kind of mixed around it that people think it's a part of the shopping center, but it's another whole property management of it, which has a lot of focal points of like a fountain, courtyard, circle that everyone drives around. There's like a common area up the road from the shopping center that's office buildings that's a part of this, and then up and down a long stretch of curb and sidewalks past the shopping center, up the, it's a lot. We end up doing the office building areas and then the curb and sidewalks. And today we're going to knock out everything with the fountain, the courtyards, and the other major areas around the bike trails for this property, and then also do the shopping center as well as far as the mowing. And also doing an HOA. Matter of fact, we'll be going to the HOA first, which is around the corner from the other two. So I'll try to get a little footage. Like I said before, my GoPro camera is working as far as capturing video. I'm still having the issue of like the export fail if I do like long videos that are like 10-20 minutes long, as I mentioned in my previous video. So I'm using a cell phone like I'm doing now, and I apologize if I'm shaking here, because as I'm looking into the camera, I got it up on the windshield, pretty much just on a little bracket, I don't know what you even call it, cell phone holder or whatever on the windshield, but it looked like it's shaking. And I don't know, maybe it's like up there sturdy, but I don't know, I see a little shaking. So if you see this, I apologize. But yeah, we're supposed to be knocking out more commercial mowing this week, or today. We should be wrapped up with it. As far as the rest of the week, we'll probably go to these same properties doing the bed weeding, pruning, any weeds in the pavement that need to be sprayed with Roundup, what have you. Other than that, I got residential properties this week to mow. I got commercial properties that don't have any grass, that have a lot of beds, so those are pretty easy. But you got to obviously weed the beds and prune and blow sidewalks, pavement off, etc. So yeah, I'll try to get some footage today. I don't know how much I'll get. A part-time guy will be coming today, I believe. They'll be joining us, and so we should be pretty good today. And tomorrow I'll also have my other crew helping out on a lot of the work on the weeding and stuff, but that will be tomorrow. Yeah, it's about 6:15. If I hadn't already said that, I don't even know. I'm heading to the shop. I should be there soon, and then I'll be on the road getting some work done. So I will get with you guys a little later. Hey guys, I'm at the first property here, the HOA. Troy's over there weed eating. I'm about to get up on this bad boy and get to work. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, I forgot to take video of the last property. Excuse me as I'm trying to get in my truck to get my safety glasses here. But yeah, we're at this other property now, and take those off. And my man Troy is just out on the 48. Excuse me. As you can see, I'm trying to get some stuff together here, but I want to go ahead and keep up with what we're doing today. Let me take this out. We're at the commercial properties with the shopping center and that other property I was letting you know earlier today, where it, the shopping center and the complicated area that's, all around it. And Troy wanted to jump on the 48. So I was like, oh, okay, well, go for it. He has more experience with the belt driven, which I do have too, but what I carry with me is obviously the Hydro 48 and the zero turn. I got to excuse me as I'm trying to lock up here. But yeah, he has experience with the belt driven equipment, and I let him test out the Hydro on Sunday, when we got back to the shop. So he was starting to get a little used to it. So this is going to be the first time he's actually going to be using it on the property. And that was last property we just did. There was no need for him to get on it. It was something that he just learned for the first time. So I had him weed eating while I did all the mowing. I'm trying to lock this up. There we go. So I'm about to jump on this zero turn and do all the areas with the zero turn. And I'm going to catch up with Troy, see how he's doing. I'll take some video. And I'll get back with you guys a little later. All right. Hey guys, all right, didn't have much battery on my phone. I got a little bit of footage of Troy doing some work on the walk behind. Like I said, my last probably video, meaning clip today, and before this one, I would say that he wanted to take the 48 and I let him have at it. And he was, going on sections that, opposite what I was doing with the zero turn. And I was kind of like, okay, all right, let's see what he does. I mean, like I said, he had experience with the belt-driven walk behind, which he told me. He was playing around with the Hydro when I first met with him, and which was only for a couple minutes. And then on Sunday, when we were done with work, when we got back to the shop, I let him play around a little, bit, kind of, gave him the 411 on what to do, what not to do with the machine, and just said, hey, go play, figure it out. And yesterday when we mowed, I didn't want him to really get on it any chance because it was wet. I just said I'd rather wait until it gets dry. And then I was getting ready to have him do the weed eating, and then he was like, I can do the 48. I was like, okay. So he did it, and I got, a couple small clips because I was busy working. So
small clips. But I went to go behind his work, and I was like, damn, all right, he went out and knocked it out. A couple areas here and there that he didn't know about, that probably he was leaving for the weed eater, but probably could have got with the walk behind. But I'll get with him on that tomorrow. Um, but I told him before, you got two people mowing at the same time, you get a lot accomplished. And he did that right before he headed off to the second job. So all I had to do was finish some weed eating and blow, and I was done. But I had to put my phone back on the charger because it was running low, and it's still running low. Like I picked it up off the charger when I was starting to blow, and as I just got back, I looked and it says low battery. So what I'm gonna do now is go inside the Giant here, get me something to eat and drink, and then head on back to the shop. So I'll probably get with you guys on the way home. By that time, I'm sure my battery's nice and charged up. So I'll get with you guys then.
Hey guys. All right, I am leaving the shop, heading to the office. So yeah, I'm not going home yet. I'm gonna go to the office, pick up some mail, and go over some things while I'm there. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on today. Like I said, I think that when I last left, I just said, I was heading to the shop or whatever, and I'll get back with you on my way home, but I'm going to the office. So just wanted to touch base and also let you know something that I forgot to tell you during the day, just because I was so busy, I forgot. And I'm probably shaking right now because there's something else I mentioned earlier about my cell phone being on the windshield, and it seemed like it's shaking. So I'm gonna check this out to see if I'm shaking too much, or if it's showing the same way as I'm seeing it, it's gonna show on the video, which I'm thinking it will. Yeah, I forgot to tell Kenny. I was telling you guys Kenny was gonna be here today, but he actually wasn't. And it was kind of funny because he had mentioned last night that he got off, his job kind of late, and he was asking could he come in a little later than normal, I guess, which it would be, at work 7:30. I just said okay, and then I got to a certain time, I just touched base with him to see where he was. He didn't answer, and then he answered like maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours later to say that he just woke up, said he's on his way. And and I'm, steady working at the time. Troy's out there working. And when you're out there with equipment, you're just locked in. I mean, I have my Bluetooth, and then if someone calls me, then I hear it, then I can stop and, it's decide if I'm going to take the call or not. But if you text me, I'm just getting a vibrate, and I'm not really always feeling that, especially when I'm on the equipment, which has its own vibrations, So the vibrations of the equipment will win that battle over that little vibrate on the phone. So he ended up texting me, like I said, to say that he was on his way. And after a while, like I said, I touched base with him to see where he was. He never answered. Called, never answered. So all I can imagine is he probably just fell back asleep, and that I guess maybe he was trying, but he's never had an issue. I never had an issue with him. I never had issues with things like this. So, and I know he works another job. He had just told me that earlier last week this was the day that he could work, and I was just following up to to what he said. So so if you were wondering where Kenny was, or if you even cared to know who Kenny was, that's what happened with that. I'll find out later what's up with him. But Troy did a good job. I like people that are proactive, instead of always holding their hand, having that landscape common sense, knowing when to tandem with someone else to blow. instead of like going out there to blow by yourself and then leaving another person by himself blowing, just defeating the purpose, taking longer for something to get done when you know that if you're working together, things will get done. Troy has that in him. A lot of times, when he's doing the weed eating, I'm coming behind mowing, I'm seeing like, okay, he knows what he's doing, because he's pretty much hitting all the areas that he needs to hit with the weed eater, and that makes more sense, or making it easier for the mower. Anybody that's mowing will respect that and would love that all day long. Because one thing you can't stand is someone who's weed eating and then you take the mower to where you can't get to because someone didn't do a good job weed eating. Drives you nuts. But when somebody's hitting all the areas they're supposed to and even cheating over to make it easier for your path of mowing, I'll take that person all day long. So yeah, just a lot of common sense things. If you see, instead of me telling him what to do all the time, he's kind of initiating things to do, being there to help me with things. He doesn't want to just stand there with his thumb up his ass. So I do like that. So we shall see what other things, he's good at. But one thing I can say is I like what I see so far, and I definitely can express, everything that I know and teach, and just add to his arsenal, so make him, a complete, person out there in the field, or even, not just out in the field. At some point, I'm sure I can express my knowledge to managing and just giving him the knowledge of the game of landscaping and the business of it, because it's more to it than just out there doing the work. There's a lot with managing, there's a lot with numbers, a lot with sales, there's a lot with speaking to customers. There's a lot to it. So, but right now we'll crawl before we walk, but let's just say I like what I see. All right, tomorrow we'll be going back to the commercial properties, doing some weeding and some pruning. I'll have the other crew there, so we'll have a lot of people doing some work. So I will get with you guys tomorrow and see how it goes. I mean, everything is going well. It's always going well when you got good people working and you get jobs done faster. And that's where I'm seeing things are headed right now. So I hope it continues. I hope that maybe I even find someone else to make it even better. But I can say today is a good day, and I'm happy. And just gonna keep positive from here on out. All right, guys. I'll check you tomorrow.